and Dave Pierce of Papa's Pumpkin Patch join us all now to talk about all things pumpkin. Dave, it's Papa.
Oh,
welcome to the show.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks for having us. Thanks again for being here, guys. Now, we understand Papa's Pumpkin Patch. It's been around for several decades in our community. But what are some of the new features and activities people can look forward to this year?
Yes, we're very excited, Jeff. Thanks again for having us to offer some new additions this year. We're going to have more color than we've probably ever had at Papa's Pumpkin Patch. It's going to be a picturesque fall scene. We're going to have lots of new mums. We're going to have some new photo backdrops. We've got new games, some new activities for the kids to enjoy. We've created a lot of new decor. We converted bowling balls to fun characters, the bowling balls from our friends at Midway Lanes. So we've got all kinds of new decor and activities for the community to enjoy at Papa's.
Very cool. So not only can you get pumpkins, you can get a whole bunch of mums.
Yeah.
Well, the mums may not be for sale, but they're definitely there for the enjoyment and the photos.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
So fellas, you got to tell me, I've never been to Papa's Pumpkin Patch before. So what are you guys about besides just giving pumpkins? Is this just a pumpkin fiesta? What was the purpose of Papa's Pumpkin Patch?
Pumpkin Festival, Michael.
Pumpkin Festival, thank you. Yeah.
That's the word.
Thank you.
It started in 1983, and it was kind of what we would say is a happy accident. It started because somebody else had asked us to raise pumpkins for them. They wanted to give them away in a parade, and they moved what was then Oktoberfest into September and named it Folk Fest, but that was 30 days ahead of the growing season, and so we ended up with a field of pumpkins, but not a parade. And so we invited our first school children out back in 1983, and we've been doing it since then, except for last year during COVID. And so it's all about pumpkins, it's all about photos, and it's all about play places. And so Corey has really put an extra emphasis on photography. I think it's going to be the go-to photo place. It's sort of going to be our new tagline for this year, because there's going to be color like there's never been before, and choices of colorful pumpkins like you see here, and then some.
Wow.
Well, Dave, we have one celebrity in the building, that's Amber Schatz, but now we have two because you are actually Papa.
Well, I used to always say it was my dad, or one day I'll get to be the Papa, and I think we're moving closer to that day where I'll get to be the Papa. And I am sort of looking, so I've sort of, I retired out, officially we said so last year, 4th of July, when we couldn't do the patch because of COVID. And so Corey is really taking the lion's share of the management and the transition this year. It's still all in the family. But I'm going to get a whole lot more time to spend visiting with folks and I think having a good time as Papa. But he's becoming the Papa very quickly. You come out and you see who's giving the orders, and it wouldn't be me.
Well, you know, you're the president and he's the CEO now, you know,
Yeah,
so you have
like
a different role. So guys, I saw thousands of pumpkins out there. Is this the type of situation where I can literally show up and pick out my pumpkin out of the thousands, or was that there for decor?
No, sir. You saw a picture from what it will look like. And what's teasing is there will be like 250,000 pounds of pumpkins and squash and gourd. That's like maybe 50,000 on the ground, but they're all not there at the same time. I mean, we are bringing them in fresh and new from the field. We don't just harvest once and bring them all in. They come in constantly and continually. So the displays are constantly refreshed, but the answer is yes, you come and you look around, and you will find it's not easy to make a decision.
This much is true. And I know it's not easy to make a decision, but for all the pumpkin pickers out there, what tips would you guys suggest would be a great way to properly pick out a pumpkin?
Well, we would encourage you to come early in the season. It's been a challenging growing year, so we're always looking for additional produce out there, but we're going to have plenty for people to choose from. The color is always going to be most brilliant early in the season, and then the leaves will start to turn and the colors will change, the scene will change a little bit. But picking out a pumpkin, you definitely want something that's solid, nothing that is soft, and we're always very cognizant that we bring in the best varieties and the best quality pumpkins that we can to Papa's, and we don't want anybody walking out with something less than a perfect pumpkin.
Hey,
fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you follow the advice of your child and your wife. And you'll do well.
This much is true. You're preaching to the choir there, Papa. I appreciate it.
Oh, so wonderful. Well, Dave and Corey, thank you guys so much for coming on today. You guys are a lot of fun. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us. Hope to
And-
see you this fall.
Yes, you
Yes, you
will.
will.
Papa's Pumpkin Patch opens on September 12th and runs through October 23rd. It is located at 5001 Fernwood Drive in Bismarck.
All right, coming up next, maybe you need a pumpkin to decorate your house. Either way, I have the latest information on the local housing market.
Plus, Jeff's going to share some tips on how to prepare your home before it goes on the market. Real Estate with Jeff when 701 returns.